Yeah, I thought our guys competed. I just told them in the locker room the most discouraging part was how we started the game. From a game plan standpoint, we really wanted to crowd the paint. We had a couple things that we focused on in the shoot around and the walkthrough, and they had 22 points in the paint. And really, from our standpoint, things we could have erased. But from that point on, eight points in the paint in the second quarter, and really did a lot of good things. Obviously, the turnovers late and the execution late on a couple in the clock situations where we fumbled the ball on one and unaware of the shot clock on the other, and then the late turnover. And obviously, Bron hits two big threes, which gave him the separation. But I thought our guys competed. It's a stepping stone for us to really just focus on execution, game plan, and how important that is.
Awesome. Thank you. We will get started with questions. The first one coming from Sarah Spencer.
Lloyd, at one point in the fourth, I think you guys got down 10. What were some of the things that helped you guys battle back to make it a 1-point game?
Just playing. We played fast. I think the three of the baskets were in transition. I think Trey had a floater on one, Cam had a layup, and I forget the other one. But we got to stop, and we just took off. I knew they were tired, and I thought we played faster. And a lot of those baskets were before their defense could get set. We wanted to play that way to start the game, and them scoring in the paint and us taking it out of the net didn't allow us those opportunities. But when we got stops down in that stretch, we were able to get out and run.
Obviously, Cam had a big defensive assignment tonight. How would you assess how he did on LeBron?
I thought he did
contain.
Yeah, I thought he did a tremendous job. He's upset to see him hit 2 threes late after struggling all game and not really getting going from there. As the first one was tough. He chose to go under. It's kind of a read on where it is. He's flying off of a pin down, and he gets the three and shoots it as he's going under. It's a tough shot, but I thought Cam did a tremendous job making him work all night. He was picking him up in the full court and trying to slow him down a little bit there and make him work before the possession starts. And, for LeBron to have 21 points is an accomplishment for anyone, and I think Cam had something to do with that.
As a team, what did you think of how you guys handled AD?
Good and bad. He shot the ball extremely well. When we put pressure on him, he turned it over. I think that was part of the discouraging focus of the first quarter. We wanted to keep him, off balance all night, and he got some rhythm early in the first quarter, whether it was getting fouled or getting to the paint. But they're a tough matchup. They're going to put you in those situations. They're going to put you where the help has to make a decision, and then they got cutters and shooters and guys that are attacking. But we knew that, and we were trying to make it as tough as possible. And other than that first quarter, I thought we did a pretty good shot. These guys are going to score, and they're going to make shots. We just want to make it tough, and we want to put them in some different situations as well.
Thank you.
Kelly.
Coach, you mentioned in the opening statement just kind of a stepping stone. What are the biggest takeaways, or I guess the biggest takeaway you want your guys to learn from tonight?
Well, we've been talking and spending a lot of time on execution. A couple of things that we have in play for when we're up and how to execute when teams are trying to foul us or speed us up, or obviously with Trey blitz the pick and roll. And then when we're down, things we have to do to fight back in the game. Obviously with a team like this, what are you going to do to AD and LeBron late in the game when the basketball is going to be in their hands? And so, a lot of things to learn in this game from an execution standpoint, how to stay engaged, where the help needs to come from, where to be physical, where not to be physical, and how to execute on the other end as well when they're trying to speed us up or take us out of our offense.
You mentioned Trey. We've seen him obviously be doubled throughout the season. I don't know. This team certainly put the pressure on him. Overall, his night and the game management, what did you think?
A mixed bag. I thought he was good. We wouldn't be back in this game if it wasn't for him. But they also put him in some tough situations where, some of the turnovers because of the crowd and the length that they have when they're blitzing them. But he's used to that. He's used to that. I thought John got a big three on the blitz as a read. I thought Clint had a great dunk on the roll versus the blitz. But part of the execution is how do we attack the blitz and know that the blitz is coming? And sometimes it's going to be Trey making the play. Sometimes it's the other guys. we have to continue to grow and get better, and guys have to fill out where those spots need to be when they blitz Trey.
Davide.
Coach, can you hear me?
Yes.
Coach, which is the thing you're most satisfied by your team of your performance tonight?
Just the competitiveness. Again, I thought, although we were down early, I thought we competed. Some of the mistakes were just more technical and game plan mistakes, but I thought we competed the entire night. There was no lack of competition. There was no lack of fight. Our guys were engaged and locked in. We made it. We were a couple steps late on a lot of things in that first quarter, but some of the things are just going to happen throughout the course of the game. Some of the turnovers or missed shots, things of that nature. But our guys competed at a high level against a really good team, and I'm proud of our guys for that.
Thank you.
Sarah.
Lloyd, what did you think of John's performance tonight? It
was good. It's one of those games where you have to use Clint as a screener often. And, we want to make sure AD is out of the pick and roll. He's guarding John. And I think that's the reason John got a lot of his open looks. Anytime AD is going to help or whoever's guarding John is going to help and they're blitzing with the 5, you're going to get some free looks with John. And then when we were able to get him in the pick and roll, he had a couple nice looks behind the defense as well. But he's an efficient offensive player, and he shot efficiently tonight. And they're always going to come in different ways depending on the matchup or the game plan.
Thank you.
Kelly.
Lastly, Coach, we've all talked about how great we've seen Rondo play throughout the years. Would this be one of the best games you think you've seen from him overall?
I thought he played well tonight. I'm not really looking at the comparison. I thought he played well tonight. I thought he gave us a big boost. It was nice to have him and Trey on the floor together, 2 facilitators. And I thought he was tremendous in that run in the second quarter, end of the first and started the second to get a lead, to get us back in it. But I don't know comparing which game to what. I just thought he played well tonight.
Sorry, just meant this year for you guys.
Yeah.
Jamila.
Hey, Coach, how tough of it was a matchup for Bruno tonight, and what did you want to see from him?
Say that again.
How tough was the matchup for Bruno tonight, and what did you want to see for him?
No, we just, we needed another big body out there. I thought Bruno gave us some good energy. We needed a big, we needed to be physical. We needed to crowd the paint when they're slashing, when they're driving, when they're attacking, whether he's on the matchup or he's a weak side defender. And for him, a guy who hasn't played a whole lot, I thought he gave us tremendous energy when he came in the game.
Looks like the final question from Jonathan Simmons.
Hey, Coach, Jonathan Simmons from Real Talk Sports. You guys grabbed the 76-70 lead. Kind of just explain to me a little bit kind of what happened in that 16-0 run by the Lakers from the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter.
I'm not even aware of the run. I thought I'm not sure at that point in the game without watching film. I'm not even going to make it up. I have no idea right now.
All right, Coach, that was our final question.